Now, it's been a second since we've introduced you to a North Texas podcaster. Well, the wait is over. We found a local podcaster who's a dentist, an author, a community activist, a motivational speaker, a mama, and a grandma. Y'all, she wears all the hats. A big GMT welcome to Dr. Mo Anderson, or how I like to say Dr. Mo, or Superwoman. Good morning to you this morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
All right.
Excited to be here.
Well, we're happy to have you. As I mentioned, you play many roles here. Which of these roles motivated you the most to start a podcast, to add to it?
You know, Alanna, I was born a writer. I don't remember not being a writer. So that led to speaking opportunities. And when I thought about, people hear you speak, they read your book, they put it back on the shelf, it's one and done. But podcast, blogging, that gives life. Renewal. New people can discover it. It's a low-cost, fun way to reach people all over the world. So, yeah, I was all in years ago.
And I like to say it lives on the web forever. So it's either a great thing, or you better be careful, too, at the same time. Or it's a great platform just to speak your mind there. Now, on that, you discuss a lot of different topics: mental health, spirituality, and race. In fact, one of your recent podcasts was titled Racism, Protests, and Two Things I Wish My White Friends Hadn't Had Said to Me. What were those things?
Those two things were, one, I found a lot of people begin, and I'm so happy we're having this dialogue, that America is waking up to this history-long issue. But one of those things is they start the conversation with, I hate looting. And my problem is that the looting came after a man was killed in the middle of the day, in the middle of the street. So the conversation needs to start there. I hate looting, too. But more so, I hate people being brutalized and victimized. And the other thing is that I've never seen racism. If that's possible, that's appalling, because it's been around for a long time globally. And I think it's time for us to put new lenses on. We do need to see color, because that way we can see discrimination. Those two things.
All things that we're going to discuss, or that you'll discuss in your podcast. Now, is this the biggest topic on your mind right now?
Yes, I must say that it is, because for so long it's been a monologue in the African American community, whether it was Eric Garner, Trayvon Martin, the Tuskegee syphilis experiment, the Scottsboro boys in 1931. The only thing new is the cameras. But to see everyone open and willing to engage and understand how we got to this point historically, that this is nothing new, only the cameras are new, that is on my heart and on my mind a lot.
I see. Wow. Oh, well, with all of that you just told me, what's your biggest challenge with maybe achieving some life balance with what you've endured that's now being seen because we have that camera? And how are you overcoming that? Because you look so positive. Every time I've seen you, you're smiling, girl.
Thank you. And I try to remain positive. I am also, I take daily chemotherapy. So honestly, my biggest challenge, greater than sexism and racism, is my health and fatigue. So what my mission is to empower myself and empower others, so that when you're at the peaks, when you're at the mountaintop, you strengthen yourself. You're learning, you're growing better, and when the crisis comes, when you fall, you can lead where you land. You should lead where you land, in your home, in your community, wherever you are. Be ready for that moment. And that's what I do.
Hey, I feel so motivated this morning. I know that wasn't the intent also. Now, you've published 6 books, 3 fiction, 3 nonfiction, and I love the title of your first book. It is Black English Vernacular, The Words Politically Correct Americans Should Know. Now, you wrote that some years ago. Today, what word would you add to that book?
Wow, that's a good question. It would probably be woke. That's the word that I would add, to be conscious and to be aware of what's going on, not only in your life, but in the larger community, how other people are being impacted by the events going on every day. Absolutely.
Can I tell you who introduced me to that word? My dear friend, my co-host, Jane McGarry. We'll be seeing her very soon. Yeah, she's like, girl, I'm woke. And I was like, what is this? Yes, so she teaches me a lot also.
Love it.
Hey, speaking of books, when will your next book be released? What will it be about?
It just went to the editor. It is actually, my last book was self-help nonfiction. This one, I'm going back to fiction. It's a sequel to my bestseller, When a Sister's Fed Up. Can't say the title because we haven't gotten the copyright yet. But as always, it's about a woman just working hard, putting that cape on during the day, taking it off at night, and being real.
All right, Dr. Moe, it was such a pleasure talking with you this morning. I know you're in my hometown of Grand Prairie also, so please continue holding it down, okay?
Thank you.